Imagine stepping outside your front door and being greeted by the soft fragrance of wild blooms, the touch of aged wood beneath your hand, and the sound of bees drifting between blossoms. Now picture all this, not in a sprawling countryside estate, but right in your small front yard. Today on Houzz Ideas, we're unlocking the secrets to 11 vintage rustic garden designs that can transform even the tiniest outdoor space into a timeless country retreat. From weathered wood and stone pathways to antique garden accents and wildflower borders, these designs will help you create a front yard that feels warm, welcoming, and wonderfully nostalgic. Ready to bring that old-world charm to your doorstep? Let's begin. Idea number 1, the charm of weathered wood. The soul of any vintage rustic garden starts with weathered wood. Aged fences, wooden gates, or a simple reclaimed bench, these natural materials bring warmth and authenticity that no paint can replicate. You can even repurpose old barn wood or pallets for garden edging, signs, or planters. Every knot, crack, and grain tells a story, turning your small front yard into a space with history and heart. Idea number 2, stone pathways with character. Next, bring grounding and structure with vintage stone pathways. Use flagstones, cobblestones, or even mismatched pavers for that handcrafted look. Add creeping thyme or moss between the stones, it softens the path, releases a subtle fragrance when stepped on, and creates that lived-in countryside feel we all adore. Idea number 3, wildflower borders. Farmhouse gardens are never stiff, they bloom with wild grace. Frame your yard with wildflower borders, think lavender, daisies, coneflowers, and foxgloves. These flowers attract butterflies and bees while bringing effortless beauty. Let them spill naturally over pathways, because in a rustic garden, imperfection is perfection. Idea number 4, antique containers and barrel planters. Add charm and vertical variety with vintage-style containers. Old metal watering cans, wooden barrels, or galvanized tubs make perfect planters. They're not just functional, they bring instant nostalgia. A few strategically placed vintage pieces can turn even the simplest flower corner into a rustic masterpiece. Idea number 5, stone edging and garden walls. To create boundaries without losing that country softness, try natural stone edging. Stack stones loosely for a casual, organic look. It defines your space while keeping that earthy aesthetic alive, perfect for small front yards where every inch counts. Bonus tip: use reclaimed bricks or stones for that perfectly imperfect finish. Idea number 6, a cozy rustic entry. First impressions matter, and your front gate or entryway is where the rustic magic begins. Frame it with climbing roses, jasmine, or ivy for a soft, romantic welcome. Add a vintage sign or lantern by the door to complete the story, something that says, "You're home." It's simple, charming, and full of heart. Idea number 7, vintage garden decor. Decorate your garden with treasures from the past. Old watering cans, bird cages, milk jugs, or rustic metal signs all add personality and texture. You can even hang a vintage mirror on a fence to make your space feel bigger, reflecting light and greenery for that dreamy, old-world vibe. These little touches tell your garden's story, a story of time, memory, and craftsmanship. Idea number 8, farmhouse porch corner. Even the smallest porch can become a farmhouse-style sitting area. A pair of vintage chairs, a woven rug, and some potted herbs in terracotta pots can create a peaceful retreat. Add a plaid blanket, a candle lantern, or an old wooden crate as a side table, and suddenly your porch feels like a page from a country living magazine. Idea number 9, recycled wood features. Sustainability meets style in DIY rustic features. Use leftover wood to build small trellises, planter boxes, or even a welcome sign. Paint it with chalkboard paint for a playful touch, or leave it bare to age gracefully with time. These handmade details make your space personal and full of character. Idea number 10, rustic lighting magic. When the sun sets, let your garden glow with vintage-inspired lighting. Mason jar lanterns, solar-powered fairy lights, or even repurposed tin lamps bring a golden warmth that feels like home. Lighting transforms a small yard, highlighting your plants, textures, and pathways with cozy elegance. Idea number 11, balance nature and simplicity. The final design secret, balance. A rustic vintage garden isn't about perfection, it's about harmony. Let the stone feel strong, the wood feel worn, and the flowers bloom freely. Combine textures, rough and soft, structured and wild, to create that timeless country retreat right outside your door. To keep your garden feeling authentically vintage, remember 3 golden rules. Embrace imperfection. Let things age naturally. Repurpose before you buy. Every old piece deserves a second story. Let nature take the lead. The best rustic gardens grow a little wild. A vintage rustic garden isn't just about design, it's about emotion. It's a return to simpler times, to spaces where nature and nostalgia coexist beautifully. So, whether you have a large yard or just a tiny patch by your front door, remember, beauty lies in the details, the texture, and the stories you create. Which of these vintage rustic ideas will you try first? Tell us in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us at Houzz Ideas, where every garden becomes a timeless retreat.